First up right now at 6 tonight is Hartford Citizen Police Review Board doing their job. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Zinni.
And hi everyone, I'm Erin Connolly. We first told you this at 4. The I-Team learned that up until recently, the board had not been sharing their findings with police, something they are required to do.
In fact, one board member telling the I-Team that they're working on the things they need to fix. Your chief investigative reporter Sam Smink live in Hartford. First up to explain tonight. Sam.
This board of volunteers has been around since 1992, but in 2020, following the murder of George Floyd, they got some extra powers, including subpoena powers. Now, their job is to investigate allegations of police misconduct and civilian complaints and then hold public meetings with their findings. But the city's inspector general, who works with them, says they haven't accomplished their mission just yet. 5 years after the city of Hartford created a stronger, more powerful citizen police review board, on a Zoom meeting last night, the board agreed they still have more to do.
The board has yet to achieve the meaningful impact and genuine accountability that City Council intended.
Per city law, this volunteer board of citizens investigates allegations of police misconduct and civilian complaints at the same time the Hartford Police Department does. If the board finds evidence of misconduct, they give recommendations to the chief. The chief can agree or disagree, and if there is a disagreement, the board can bring the chief to arbitration. In 2020, the board was given subpoena powers and the ability to look at the same evidence that police internal affairs investigators do. But we learned last night there's sometimes been pushback from city attorneys and police over what those subpoena powers actually are.
There are details that we still need to sort out, especially on the range of documents that are in the possession of internal affairs that would not be the kind of thing that can be released to the public. What's the range of access that our inspector general has and that we as members of the board have?
Timothy Fisher has been on the board since 2024. He says although the ordinance is clear, they are working with everyone to clarify.
A process that protects the rights of complainants who need to be protected, but also of officers who have not been found responsible for any misconduct. The way to handle an information flow that respects all those rights is what we've got to design.
We also learned in last night's meeting that from 2021 until March of this year, board findings were not forwarded to the police chief. When we asked Fisher why this happened, he said it was before his time, but his understanding was that something more informal was taking place.
What we know is that the police chief has been aware of our votes.
We asked the mayor if anyone was denied justice.
Many of those happened before my time in office, and almost all of those cases, some level of discipline was already enacted by the police department.
The mayor says this process has now been fixed, and Fisher says that the current police chief, James Ravella, is very communicative. We did ask James Ravella if he had a comment. The police department referred us to the city for comment, but we did ask the Hartford Police Union if they wanted to weigh in. And in a statement, their president said they've had their issues with the board and are frustrated with the sensationalization of minor complaints that undermine the good working relationships between the community and police to justify their existence. Reporting live in Hartford, your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness.